Hey you guys, it's good to see y'all again. I'm glad to be here doing Sunday school with y'all again. Hopefully it won't be long and we'll be back together again in the church. But anyway, I thought this was fitting to do a study on, or a Sunday school on Psalm 91. So Psalm 91 says, "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." And then it goes on to say, "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and your rampart, and you will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by the day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked." So, anyway, as we kind of go through that, that is Psalm 91, 1 through 9. And let's see, I didn't finish. I'm on 8. 8 says, "You will only," well, I said 9. "If you say, 'The Lord is my refuge,' and you make make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you." So when we think about that, that's actually good for right now because of what we're going through and what the world's going through. So it says, today we're going to discuss God's protection, which is what He gives us and what He tells us in Psalms 91. We always have to look to Him for protection from evil, for protection from the world, for protection from anything. So when we think about it, we want to think about what are some of the earthly objects that protect us from harm, like shields, structures, and other people. Like if it's raining or hailing, we're going to get underneath a building or something to protect us from the weather. So God basically, when He says He will cover you with His feathers and under His wings you will find refuge, that's telling us He's going to protect us always from anything that comes our way. So thank the Lord for that. And we need to think about, what does God's shadow give us? It gives us shelter and rest. And it says, there's another question that says, do we need to be near or far from God to be in His shadow? Well, we can't be far away from a building, for it to protect us from like hail or rain. So we need to be close to that building. So it's the same thing with God. We got to be near Him for Him to protect us. And then the next question says, how do we stay near to Him? To stay close to God, we have to have a relationship with Him. We have to talk to Him. We have to walk with Him daily, through obedience, prayer, and studying His Word. We got to stay in His Word because we got to know what He tells us. So how does God shelter or protect us from evil? He saves us from it. The answer is, what this says is, He saves us from Satan's deliberate attacks, from death, from our fears, from sickness, and from punishment. That's not saying that we're not going to have those things happen. We're all going to die. And, some of us may have more sickness than others in our life. But no matter what, God is going to be with us through it all and make it all okay. And this next question said, what animal is used to compare God's protection? Well, a bird. The verse, He will cover you with His feathers. And that verse is very dear to my heart because that's one that we used when my mother passed away. We used that verse in her funeral stuff, So because we knew that even though Mom was gone and even though we couldn't see her, she was with Jesus. She was walking the streets of gold, which is much better than here. And the next question said, how is this an accurate description of God's desire to protect us? and it's talking about the bird again and how the mother bird protects the baby bird. And it says, because the mother bird will use her wings to shield her young from danger. So basically, when you think about God's armor again, we've already done that one, the shield that protects us from no matter what comes our way. And then it says, so how is God a mighty fortress for us? The answer is because when we know God and draw near to Him, He will protect us like a fortress protects the people inside. So, I guess you could think about the Fortnite games you guys play. Inside the fortress you're safe. So with God you're safe always. And it says, why does He protect us? Because of His great love. God loves us so much that He sent His only Son to die for us, and we got to remember that always. He protects us from anything that comes our way. So in conclusion, it says, the Bible teaches us that drawing near to God will result in His perfect protection. God acts as a mighty fortress or shield between us and evil, and when we trust in God's protection, we don't have to fear what could happen to us. As children of God who have accepted His free gift of salvation through Jesus Christ, we can be assured of His ability to protect us from harm. So even though this virus is scary, God's got it, so don't worry too much about it. I'll see you guys next time.